Alright, bunch of magic time. Playing some Gearhulk, Madcap, God Pharaoh's Gift, Reanimator. Opponent leads on a mountain. Well, let's just Cinder Barons, pass the turn. So this is kind of like the deck we played against Against the Odds a couple of weeks ago. Kind of my take on it. Oh, opponent's playing Metallurgic Summonings. Interesting. Well, play Inspiring Vantage. We too will start discarding Cathartic Reunion, discard Magma Spray, and Cataclysmic. Pass the turn. Getting close to Madcap Experiments. Opponent could definitely have some counters. Cycle Sensor. Opponent definitely has some counters. Plays an island. And passes. Well, play Foreboding Ruins, tapped. And I think we're going to pass. I don't really want to get a Tormenting Voice countered. It's kind of a painful 2-for-1. Take inventory. Sure. Oh boy. Alright. It's Madcap Experiment time. Yes. Alright. Let's see what we hit and how much life we lose. God Pharaoh's Gift isn't bad. We will take that. Cataclysmic isn't exciting here, but it's still a hasty 4-4. We don't have to sack anything. Our opponent also doesn't have to sack anything, but alright. Get in. 4-4. Now we just want to discard creatures, basically. We have lots of discard if it resolves. I guess we could also just Madcap Experiment again. Opponent taps, untaps, and passes. And discards, jeez. Well, let's lead on. Actually, you know what? I think we just attack. Let's attack and then just Madcap Experiment again. No creature to get back, unfortunately. Get in with Cataclysmic. And just Madcap Experiment. I was hoping our opponent would cast a removal spell on something. Ugh. Okay. Well, I guess that's actually fine. I mean, it's not our best Gearhulk to get, but it's something else that comes back next turn with God Pharaoh's Gift. Opponent abrades. Alright, so it's not coming back yet. Would have rather hit Combustible. Opponent has Baral. And passes. We get a Smoldering Marsh. Well, let's start with Cathartic Reunion. Pitch 2 lands. Tormenting Voice. Pitch Cataclysmic. Play a Swamp. Tormenting Voice. Pitch Canyon Slough. And get in with Cataclysmic. Opponents down to 8. We haven't found any of our other Gearhulks, unfortunately. We're almost halfway through our deck, and it's just all Cataclysmics. At least we have a God Pharaoh's Gift. I think our plan here is just to cut Baral. If our opponent counters it, hopefully we can. Not sure. Not sure what's best. We might just Madcap Experiment, because all we have is Cataclysmic. So let's play a Swamp and just Madcap Experiment. Ooh, there we go. There's Combustible. Opponent probably has to let us draw or they die. Jeez, there's just a lot of very powerful things. Our opponent goes greedy, takes the damage. 13 to the face. Good game. Oh, good lord. Well, oh man. Metallurgic Summonings, Control. We might just want Doomfalls. Magma Spray doesn't seem good. We can bring in Doomfall over that. Radiant Flames is hit or miss. It is a good way to clean up all the tokens. We're not really sure what else is happening in our opponent's deck. Maybe we just bring in 3 Doomfalls. Man, our Cathartic Reunions are risky in this matchup. Yeah, let's just try it like that. Okay. More tap lands than we like, but I guess this is fine-ish. Spire Bluff Canal for our opponent. Tap land, go. Mountain for our opponent. And there's a Baral. That is a bit annoying. Well, play Canyon Slough, pass the turn. Island for our opponent. I mean, you might as well get in for 1. Opponent hits us for 1. Foreboding Ruins. How worried are we about Censor? We're going to have a tap land next turn anyway. Alright, Foreboding Ruins, untapped. Tormenting Voice, pitch Gearhulk. Resolves. No lands, though. Alright, pass the turn. Maybe our opponent's not playing a very counter-heavy deck. Opponent glimmers. This Baral is obnoxious, making everything way cheaper than it should be. Leaves one on top, island, take inventory, and opponent gets in with Baral. Well, let's Tormenting Voice, pitch God Pharaoh's Gift. Alright, opponent commits, play Smoldering Marsh, pass the turn. Well, I mean, I guess we just start slamming Madcap experiments and hoping for the best. Our opponent very well might tap out here for summonings. Thing in the ice, okay. Maybe we gotta change up our removal to kill our opponent's stuff more easily. Opponent gets in. No white mana means we can't get back God's Pharaoh's Gift anyway. Opponent is tapping down. Take inventory, draw 2. Okay. Land. Take inventory. Oh my goodness. All the take inventories in a row on top of the deck. And we could still get... Oh, I guess we're not going to get countered. What is our opponent doing? Tormenting Voice. Okay. Well, best thing that could happen... The best thing that could happen here is we just hit a Noxious Gearhulk, I think, off this Madcap experiment. Well, Cataclysmic is reasonable. At least our opponent has to lose a creature. Unfortunately, they still get to keep Thing in the Ice. Oh, God. And we took a ton of damage. 10? Ugh. That's unfortunate. That's a lot more than it should be. We have 15 artifacts, so usually it's more like 4 or less. Around 4. But 10 is way more than we were planning on. It actually puts us dead to our opponent flipping Thing in the Ice. Baral. Or potentially dead. Alright, kills Cataclysmic. And I think that's just game. That was odd sequencing. Baral, bounce Baral. Opponent gets in. And I think we're just dead here. Our Madcap experiment. There's Baral. We draw white mana now. I mean, I guess we can try this? I don't think it works. But we can refurbish God Pharaoh's Gift. Which gets back Cataclysmic. We keep all of our stuff. And pass the turn. So now we gotta somehow get a Noxious Gearhulk and not have our Cataclysmic die. Opponent has more Harness Lightnings. Alright. I think that was a good draw for our opponent. Maybe we bring in... Cut to Ribbons does kill everything. Maybe we go down the Radiant Flames and don't worry about Metallurgic Summonings. Just bring in a bit more removal, try it like that. Alright, we get to play first, which is nice. And this hand is actually much better. We have 2 ways to deal with Baral, Satch, Thing in the Ice. And we get to Cathartic Reunion, why it's safe, on turn 2. So Inspiring Vantage, pitch Cataclysmic. I think we pitch Refurbish for now. Alright, pass the turn. So now if our opponent has Baral, we get to just kill it immediately. Or Thing in the Ice. Opponent has Tormenting Voice. Yup. Cataclysmic. Well, that works out. Now we get to Cathartic Reunion, pitch God Pharaoh's Gift, pitch Cataclysmic, play Needle Spires, pass the turn. Maybe pitching that Refurbish was wrong. Maybe we should have held on to it for reanimating this God Pharaoh's Gift. Opponent has an island. And Enigma Drake. Yep. Ooh, jeez. Well, I think it's greedy line time. I think we just got a Madcap here. And then kill Enigma Drake. Oh, there we go. That's what we wanted. So Madcap into Noxious, kill Enigma Drake. Now we got a big threat going. And we have endless discard and removal in hand. Our hand isn't very good at doing stuff, but it is good at keeping our opponent from doing anything too relevant. Pitches a land and a Harness Lightning. Plays a land. And take inventory. Alright. Well, I think we're just going to go Ooh, Tormenting Voice. Let's Tormenting Voice. Oh, it's risky. It's risky. We're not going to Tormenting Voice. We're just going to play it safe. Thoughtseize our opponent. Abrade, Glimmer, Harness Lightning, Metallurgic Summonings. Well, I guess we just take Abrade. That's the thing that kills our Gearhulk. And see if we can just kill our opponent. Play the land, pass the turn. Oh, opponent draws a land, so they can get down Metallurgic Summonings. Yup. Well, this is going to be interesting. We draw Cinder Barons. Well, let's start with Tormenting Voice, discarding a Cut to Ribbons. Get in with Noxious Gearhulk. Hit our opponent to 10. Thought sees our opponent again. Take Glimmer of Genius. Play Cinder Barons. Pass the turn. We're also getting pretty close to... getting down a God Pharaoh's Gift. Opponent's starting to get that summonings value. Discarding their land. This is going to be close. Tormenting Voice. Again, discards a Censor. So our opponent gets 2 1/1s. Or 2 2/2s. Plays an island. And passes. We draw land. Well, I think our plan is... Oh, boy. We can cast God Pharaoh's Gift, but then we just get back a Cataclysmic, and it's not actually that exciting. We can cut a Construct to try to attack and win that way. I think that's our best bet here. Yeah, let's just cut a token. Opponent found a counter. Play our Swamp. Let's cycle this land and pass the turn. Oh man, did our opponent draw into what they needed to stabilize? Fires up Wandering Fumarole. Interesting. Attacks. Well, kill the Construct. If our opponent taps out here, it's actually fine. They might be planning on killing our Gearhulk, because then we get to God Pharaoh's Gift. Yep. Kills the Gearhulk, gets a Construct. This actually works out fine for us, though. This might even be good for us. Opponent passes. Now we get to just play God Pharaoh's Gift, hardcast. Go to combat. Get back Cataclysmic. And our opponent scoops it up. Whew, well, that ended up being closed thanks to Metallurgic Summonings, but Gearhulk's from the graveyard. Good enough. Thanks for watching the video. If you haven't already, take a minute and click that subscribe button. It's a great way to support the channel for free, and you'll find the next video in the playlist right here.